Hey guys, how's it going? Today in this podcast, I wanted to talk about how to actually find the landlord. The last podcast was about finding the owner of a laundromat business. This one, we're going to talk about how to actually go out and find a landlord. So I'm going to take you guys with me, and we're going to go scout out a laundromat that I found and physically show you guys how to locate the landlord. If you guys haven't already done so, definitely hit the subscribe button below. Give me some thumbs up and leave some comments. Now let's go ahead and go check out the laundromat.
So the big question is this: how are people like us, who didn't take on venture capital, who are spending money from our own pocket, just trying to be a laundromat entrepreneur, how do we market in a way that lets us get our services and our products and the things we believe in out to the public, and yet still remain profitable? This is the question. And in this podcast, I will answer that. My name is Victor Nichols, and welcome to the Laundromat Secrets.
Hey guys, I was just driving around and I came across a laundromat. It looks like it's been closed down. So, figured I'd kind of walk you guys through this real quick. When you're actually looking for a laundromat like this one, obviously there's no owner, so you're going to try to find the landlord. This one, it's kind of funny because it's been closed probably... God, I was looking around my Chicago Heights. I checked out back in 2012, and this has been sitting empty since then. So you could actually get a pretty good deal with this. So let me come back this way. Most places might not have a sign, so what you guys are actually going to be looking for is any type of signage. So like here, you got a leasing company for leasing, has the phone number. It was a dry cleaner, so I don't know if you guys can actually tell in here. Let's clean this up a little bit. You can see where it actually has the racks and stuff. To actually find the landlord, you might not get as lucky as this place, where they pretty much got signage up for the property manager. You might have to go around and search. So first thing you're going to do is try to find an address. So we got an address up here. The street that it's located on, obviously you just came down from the road, so you know what street it is. You're going to jot all that information down. Does they have signage? Which they do. They got signage out here by the road. It says American Plaza, so you make sure you write that down. That's going to come in handy when you're actually looking up to see who owns this property. So if there was no signage up here at all saying, hey, you know, there's no leasing company or anything like that, you're going to try to find out who the landlord is of this property. One way to do that is jotting all this information down. So you're going to go to City Hall. You're going to say, hey, you know, who owns the strip mall? Because obviously it's in a strip mall here. So you're going to find out what the landlord's information is, or who the property leases, by going to the City Hall, give them the address, or saying, hey, this is such and such strip mall, who owns the property. And that's how you're going to get information from there. You're going to walk around, see if there's any signs up. Obviously there's a sign in the window. Look around for, there's business cards, Ross Pest Solutions, but you might find other stuff laying around. Whew, the place looks like a mess. Let me stop this and I'll show you. Alright, so definitely walk around. Another way to find out who the landlord is go to the businesses next door. So they got Metro PC, Sharks, and stuff like that. So you're going to visit them, say, hey, do you know who the property manager is? Do you know who the landlord is? And see if you can get information from them that way. I mean, that's how I got my Chicago Heights store. There was actually no signage up, like over here, that said who owned the laundromat or owned the strip mall or anything like that. So you're just going to kind of walk up and down the strip mall and see if you can find signage, talk to the next door neighbors, anyway to get information. All right, so far we looked for signage, which we did find some lease signs posted up on the window, which is very visible. Obviously, if you couldn't find any type of signage on the building or out by the road, they might have some signs out by the road. Go next door, talk to business owners next door. They might have a business card of the landlord. They might just jot it down for you. You might find some people that aren't friendly, and other people that'll be like more than happy to give you the information. If you can't find any information at all, so there's it's a standalone building that's just kind of empty, swing by the police station. You're probably like, whoa, why a police station? Usually police stations, for like if you go to City Hall and stuff like that, you gotta jot down the information, because they would need to know who the contact information is if something goes down. So if there was a fire or burglar or something like that, they have to be able to contact the owner. So police station, fire station, they should have contact information of who actually owns the property and be willing to actually give you that. Another place, like I mentioned, was City Hall. If you wrote down the strip mall signage of who what the strip mall is. So this one was what? American. So if you jot it down, like the American Plaza, when you go into City Hall, you can be like, hey, look, I'm trying to find out who owns this property. This is the address. It's the American Plaza. Could you help me out, because I really want to lease this place out? And they'll be more than happy to provide you with information on who the owner and stuff is. Another way is jumping online. You can probably Google it. Go to Secretary of State. That's where the strip mall name is going to come in handy too. You can type in the Secretary of State business search or business lookup and put it in there, and it should pop up. Not always, but it should pop up who the business owner is. So these are different strategies to actually find out who the landlord is. If it's pretty much empty like this, obviously if it's empty, there's no business owner in here, and which kind of sucks. But there's different ways of finding out who it is and how to get in. This place looks pretty big. I mean, it's got a dry cleaners and a laundromat attached to it. I'm not a big fan of the dry cleaners because you got chemicals and stuff that's attached to it. So you're gonna have to have EPA involved, and it's different licenses for the dry cleaner than it is for the laundromat. The laundromats, you're not using any of the harsh chemicals for your laundromat at all. So this is one way to actually go out and find laundromats and find out who the landlord is. Hopefully that helps you guys.